This is my Rosa Parks moment, dude. Don't play with me.
Stop it. Get some help.
What's going on, y'all? This is Brandon, aka the Port City Attorney. Today, we're gonna be reacting to a video titled, "Don't Play With Me. Woman punched in the face by a Target manager." Let's see what this is all about.
And she said, "Excuse me," and I was like, "Ma'am, I need you to back up or leave, but we can't do that for you." So she started charging at me. I came all the way back into my office, into an enclosed space, and I hit her in the face.
All right, so real quick before we get into it. So from what he's describing is this lady was being aggressive towards him. He backed up, he retreated. He doesn't have a duty to retreat, and he let them hands fly. So let's see what happens.
A shocking moment caught on camera when a Target employee punches a customer in the face after she cornered him in an office.
You backed him into an office and you got hit in the face, unfortunately.
When people who are backed into a corner, they can choose, they can choose to do the right thing or they can choose to lash out.
I'm sorry, but if someone backs you into a corner aggressively, the right thing is to let them hands be free. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
You were in the wrong here, just so we're clear.
I held them.
She says the whole altercation was her way to take a stand.
This is my Rosa Parks moment, dude. Don't play with me.
The incident happened on October 22nd of last year at a Target in Blue Ash, Ohio. Security video shows 37-year-old Karen Ivory checking.
Come on, her name is Karen? Is this real? Can we verify this? Good night.
Out at the register. When the bill surpasses $1,000, Ivory says she won't have enough.
You can spend $1,000 at Target? What were you buying? Every TV in the joint?
For 1,000, she said, "I'm not going to have enough money to pay for this. I need to talk to the manager." She happened to be walking by.
Body camera video captures.
I'm sorry, I know I keep talking, but what are you going to talk to the manager about? You picked everything out. What?
Target manager Ashley Meyer describing to police what happened.
So I came around and I was like, "Hey, what can I do for you?" Okay. Usually it's the price is wrong or whatever. She starts going on this spiel about how I've had a privileged life and she's been disadvantaged, and then said that she was asking Target to make reparations for her. And I said, "That's not something we can do tonight. If you need a donation, you can call tomorrow. I can put you in touch with the HR person, but that isn't something I can do for you right now tonight."
Okay.
And then she
I mean, it seems like the Target manager was being kind and considerate, and you can't just walk in somewhere and expect something free, unfortunately. There's obviously some historical issues at play, but I mean, this lady has nothing to do with that. She's a Target manager. She's just there doing her job. She can't just give away $1,000 worth of free groceries. She would get fired.
She was like, "You need to put me in touch with someone tonight." And I was like, "I can't. There isn't." And then she got really close to me. So I put my hands up and backed up, and she followed me. She was breathing into my eyeballs. So she got really close to me. I put my hands up. I touched her shoulders because she was coming into my space. Okay. And then she because I touched her, she went after that and just started screaming really loudly. And
all right, so real quick point. So if somebody is aggressively coming into your space, and especially if you tell them to back up, or you don't even have to tell them to back up. If they're in your space and they're being aggressive and you can smell their hot, stanky breath, you can then take any measure that is equal to or slightly exceeding what they're doing to stop that threat. And so that is the theory of self-defense. So by her placing her hands on the lady's shoulders, I mean, it was technically assault or battery. It was an unwanted touching, but the legal defense would be self-defense because she felt threatened, and rightfully so. The woman was mad. She was angry. She was irate. Feel that hot COVID breath on her. Obviously, Karen, I love it. Karen is in the wrong.
she called our security person.
Security video shows the incident unfold as Ivory approaches the manager and gets in her face. After that, a loss.
That's completely self-defense. It's all on camera. I mean, there's no argument against it. That's self-defense all day long.
Prevention manager approaches.
So what happened?
She
demanded us to
position out
$20.46.
Okay. Came up, I tried to verbally de-escalate. She told me that she wanted to wreck it out, and I told her we couldn't do that.
Okay.
And then she said, "Excuse me," and I was like, "Ma'am, I need you to back up or leave, but we can't do that for you." So she started charging at me. I came all the way back into my office, into an enclosed space, and I hit her in the face.
Surveillance video shows Ivory run after the manager and into his office. When she approaches, he punches her in the face.
Oh, Maron, you got it. You wanted it and you got it. It's clear as day on camera. This is a clear example of an entitled person that she can do whatever she wants and say whatever she wants and physically and verbally intimidate and berate people and literally back this man into a corner and he let them hands fly, okay? You know, I don't condone fighting. I don't condone a man hitting a woman. But you got to protect yourself. And he didn't go overboard. He just, from what I can tell, he hit her once to kind of get her to stop the attack. And he was in the right. She was in the wrong, like the cop said a minute ago.
While the security video does not have audio, the manager later described the incident to police on body camera video.
I tried to literally close her out, but at that point she was like pretty much running. So she barreled her way in and then kept coming into my office.
Okay. Yes, and you just hit her and that's it.
Hit her like right in the face, like right in the jaw.
After the manager punches Ivory in the face, security video shows him calling 911. When officers arrive, body camera footage captures Ivory arguing with the manager as officers work to get her information.
I tried to close you out of my office and you just kept on pushing your way in.
That's right.
No, sir. I didn't push my way in.
Yes,
I came around the corner quickly.
Hey, would you
I did not
both
push
quit
the door.
talking? Hey, no.
Excuse you?
Stop talking. When I'm telling you, you stop talking, okay?
Do you know who I am?
We'll figure that out.
This lady is insufferable. Oh my gosh. I mean, this entire situation is crazy to me. She walks in, she grabs $1,000 worth of groceries. She then demanded that they were free. Then she asked for a manager. Then the manager said, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. So then she gets in her face and verbally berates her and physically intimidates her. And then this guy comes out to de-escalate the situation and she gets in his face and backs him into a corner. And then he rocks her. And then the cops come and she says, do you know who I am? Holy cow. This is wild.
Ivory later tells police officers the incident stemmed from her request for reparations on her purchase.
The young lady got in my face. She pushed me too. She put her hands on me as well. I put my hands on no one. I came close to them and they felt threatened. Now at least hers was a pushback.
Bingo. She said they felt threatened. Okay, so let's go flip side argument. I'm going to be the defense attorney. I don't have very great arguments here, but what I can tell you is by you stating that they felt threatened just gives credence to the self-defense argument if the target employee, the original manager, was to be charged. So if you're ever in a situation where the cops are questioning you, do this. No talking, because you're always going to be emotional. The cops are involved. You may be nervous. You're going to say things that you don't want you to say, you don't mean to say, like telling on yourself, right? Although I have not a lot of sympathy for this woman as a defense attorney in that capacity, don't talk.
Reach out to her manager so we can have a larger discussion about how money works and how provision works and how it's been working in our community in a very wrong way.
Can you elaborate a little bit, go into further detail?
Sure.
Ivory calls the incident her, quote, Rosa Parks moment.
I was asking with the support of my community to come behind me in a big way to have a money conversation. There have been people subjugated and locked out of things. We have decided we were not going to have a bigger conversation. I decided to take a stand. This is my Rosa Parks moment, dude. Don't play with me.
I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Rosa Parks didn't get in the bus driver's face and physically threaten him. But she also didn't go into a store and run up a tab of $1,000 and ask for it for free. So, and also the love shirt, just irony. Chef's kiss.
Real quick, I just wanted to say that Attorney Tom / Attorney Reacts content is now on Spotify. We just launched a partnered show, link in the description. Go check it out. Now, back to the video.
When Ivory is told she's now trespassing in Target, she becomes visibly upset.
As of today, you're trespassed from Target.
I'm sorry?
As of today, you're trespassed from Target.
On the basis of you hitting me?
Ma'am, let's go.
Outside.
No, that is not going to
Either
happen.
you walk out on your own or in handcuffs.
Oh, I will be arrested for this cause.
Okay, come on.
No, I'm
Come
not
on,
gonna move.
don't make this
Nope,
more
you're
difficult than it
gonna
has to
no.
be.
No. You are trying to arrest me for him hitting me.
Correct. You are under arrest. You're under arrest for menacing and disorderly conduct. Okay.
I'm not gonna
Don't
move.
get resisting to. Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's not.
If we're gonna go into it, let's do it. If you're gonna hold every line, you know what happened here.
With that, officers tell Ivory the video evidence is against her.
I know. I just watched the video.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's go over some of the legal issues at play and what she's being charged with. So I don't know what menacing is. I'm sure it is something akin to trespassing, but she was trespassed. So you have the right as a business or as a homeowner to tell someone that they are no longer welcome on your property, especially if there was some sort of illicit behavior occurring that led to that trespass, right? So Target can tell you you can't come back. So next, part of the conversation that the officer with the big old chaw and the mustache, what he was asking her about was her intent. And so I think what the officer was trying to do was to elicit some sort of confession or some sort of statement from Karen, because it was clear that she didn't have the intention to purchase those items. She said she didn't have enough money. She picked all the items out. So clearly she made a knowing decision about what she was doing, right? She picked out items. She had the intent. She went all the way through checkout, let them bag them up, and then said, I don't have money to pay for this. Can I just have them? That could be something like attempted larceny, right? She was attempting to take something of value and not give anything of value in return, right? There has to be an equal exchange for goods or services. So that's what they were trying to get out of her as well. There is the issue of assault, where she was physically in someone else's space, threatening them, causing them some sort of fear or serious bodily injury. Lastly, she's acting really a fool. That's not a crime, but it could or should be, because this is some insane behavior that we're witnessing. I don't feel bad for Target. They're a big box billion-dollar store. If you want to talk to them about some sort of donation program, do that. But 9 o'clock at night, it's 9:10 on that clock on the wall. That's not the time to ask to have some sort of a sit-down discussion with Target management or Target corporate. And I agree with her. Money is an issue, and cops and teachers aren't paid the wages that they should be. But 9 o'clock at night at a Target in some random city is not the place to be a change agent. And the fact that the cops are being so patient with her, because the minute that she sat back down after she said she was trespassing, and they could have arrested her. They could have arrested her a long time ago, but they're trying to talk her down. They're trying to de-escalate the situation. So I think the cops have handled this pretty well. And Karen, I'm sorry, but you're 100% in the wrong. You might have a couple valid points in your argument, but there's a time and place for everything, and this ain't it.
Chased the one employee all the way to the front. Okay. You made contact with her body by pushing your body into hers. I just watched it clear as day on the video.
Okay.
He then came out and you followed him all the way back here.
Okay.
Making him fear for his safety. You backed him into an office and you got hit in the face, unfortunately.
When people are backed into a corner, they can choose to do the right thing or they can choose to lash out.
Okay, you were in the wrong here, just so we're clear.
I held the line.
You didn't hold the line.
No, I moved my line continuously. I asked, and when they did not respect, they were gatekeeping me. Like the whole world has kept people.
Man, you were free to leave at any time.
Absolutely.
But you didn't.
Absolutely.
So
because it wasn't
you
right.
amplified the situation. No, you wanted something
when the
for
laws
free.
are not right,
You wanted something
you
for
make a
free.
stand so they can change.
Okay. Are you ready to go outside?
If the laws are meant to hold people down, you will fight for me, my community.
Okay. Let's go outside.
Responding officers explained the Target manager was not in the wrong and will not be charged.
Just because your intentions were good does not make this any less illegal, unfortunately.
100%. That is the exact thing that I was trying to say. While she has some good points and her intentions might have been pure, what she is doing is not okay. And the fact that these officers are so patient with her is something good to see. I don't think that anybody here was in the wrong except for Karen.
Standing your ground is not wrong if you're standing it in the truth.
Finally, Ivory allows officers to handcuff her.
I need you to turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. Thank you.
violate my rights as a human being.
She's then escorted to a squad car outside the store. She continues to speak with officers, saying she was forcing an important conversation. Ivory was later convicted of disorderly conduct. She was sentenced to 1 day in jail and fined $110. Reporting for Long Crime Network, I'm Sierra Gillespie.
That was a tough watch. Everything about that encounter was difficult to watch. I think that the younger officer handled that just superbly. I hope that he got some sort of recognition from his department because he used some really good de-escalation techniques that unfortunately didn't work because, sometimes people don't want to be de-escalated. But you can't just go into a store, expect to walk out with $1,000 worth of stuff for free, and then threaten people and not see any sort of consequences for it. So what do y'all think? Do you think that she should have been charged with assault? Clearly, she got into the manager's space and even made contact with her. Do you think that she should have been charged with that? Or do you think that Target should have just allowed her to walk out and written off the loss? Thanks for stopping by. Leave a comment below. Tell us what you think. We'll see you next time.
Big verdict.